friends, welcome back to my channel. Sorry it's been so dang long since I've uploaded. Today we are going to be talking about CERN, which is a science facility place in Switzerland, and also HARP, which is another research facility and kind of like weather manipulation. And then later in my videos I have another video about possible real-time travel, some conspiracy theory videos. So definitely, if you haven't already, please subscribe to my channel and put notifications on. That way you won't miss when I put out those videos this week. So yeah, let's get right into it. If I keep looking over here, it's because my notes are on my computer. And also, I never have my hair down in videos or like ever. So if I mess with it a lot, I'm sorry. Just not used to having it down. But let's get into the video. Today we are talking about CERN first. And then we'll talk about some other stuff. So what is CERN? C-E-R-N. CERN is the European Organization for Nuclear Research, and it's a research organization that operates the world's largest particle physics laboratory. It's located... It's been a while since I filmed, so bear with me. It's located in a northwest suburb of Geneva, Switzerland. CERN's main function is housing particle accelerators, including the controversial, which is very controversial, we'll get into that. Controversial. Okay, I said that right. Including the controversial Large Hadron Collider that scientists use for high-energy physics research, which in this video you're going to see me going like this a lot because it's just... There's a lot of well-known scientists and very smart people and physicists who really question what goes on at this facility. So if I'm doing this, it's because I don't want to get sued for actually saying what I really think. So sorry about the air quotes. So, oh, also CERN, I read this while I was researching it. I didn't research more into it, so if you want to research it on your own, but apparently CERN is the birthplace of the World Wide Web, which is crazy to note. So what is a particle accelerator? A particle accelerator is a machine that uses electromagnetic fields to propel charged particles to very high speeds and energy, almost to the speed of light, which is like unfathomable. Unfathomable to me, something that can go that fast. The most powerful accelerator currently is the Large Hadron Collider, a 17-mile wide underground atom smasher, which is another term for it. It can accelerate two beams of protons close to light speed and cause them to collide head-on, creating centers of mass energy. So, all that science mumbo-jumbo aside, the more layman's terms, I guess, terms for all of this is scientists are using the LHC, which is the Large Hadron Collider, to better understand how our universe came to be by attempting to recreate what they believe to have been the creation of our universe. But there's tons and tons of controversy with this kind of research due to all the possible outcomes and the lack of, I don't know what the word is, but just there's so many outcomes that have not been researched yet, and these scientists are just going along with what, they're going ahead and doing these projects without thinking about the possible outcomes. So a lot of scientists are really against this. One of the most notable is the fact that this kind of atom smashing has been said by many, many physicists that it could literally cause mini black holes. And mini black holes turn into big black holes, which big black holes can swallow our entire universe. So it's pretty scary to think about. And I'll kind of, say the adverse of this, which is all the scientists at CERN completely deny all of this. They say that it's completely safe. All the research they're doing is well researched and we have nothing to worry about. But then there's also notable scientists, including Stephen Hawking and some others, who say otherwise. So let's keep going. Some other controversial research that goes on at CERN includes work with antimatter. It's said that just one grain-sized, so like the size of a piece of rice, one grain-sized piece of antimatter is equivalent to 30,000 Hiroshima bombs. And weirdly enough, if you look up CERN, which they say they don't really work with antimatter, but if you look up CERN on Google Earth, it actually states that it's an antimatter facility. So Google kind of screwed them over on that one. It was actually admitted that when scientists at CERN first found antimatter, that they had it in a container and they dropped it just to see what happens. And what happened is the antimatter and the container like reacted together and it exploded. And instead of taking this as like a precautionary tale to like really be careful with what they're doing, they're actually trying to recreate it with even more antimatter to see what happens. So I think that's a little irresponsible, but again, this is just my opinion, and like I said, CERN says we have nothing to worry about and that they're very well researched in their projects, so let's just hope so. Right, what's next? Scientists at CERN are also attempting to create rifts in time and send particles from this dimension into other dimensions, which is just crazy to think about, that there's scientists who actually believe that this is real and are studying this, like time travel stuff. Just thinking that that's actually going on right now is mind-boggling. A lot of physicists have warned against this due to the fact that just one little tiny shift in our dimension could cause immense event changes. So it's pretty scary. This is why some people think that CERN is actually the cause of the Mandela Effect. That a lot of people think that maybe they created some kind of like rift in our dimension, causing all these like small and subtle changes in our daily life, thus causing the Mandela Effect, which is kind of crazy to think about. And also, while I was researching this, there's this pamphlet that they give out when you go on tour, because CERN's so like, we have nothing to hide, come tourists, so they give tours all the time. And there's a pamphlet that they give out, and in the pamphlet there's a ton of like Mandela Effect paraphernalia, I guess you will. Like there's a picture of a little cartoon of Darth Vader with a question mark, which may have to do with the whole like, no, I am your father, Luke, I am your father. And there's also the evil queen looking in her mirror, which that's another Mandela Effect. So it's just, there's a lot more too. It's pretty crazy. But some people also theorize that since they did find the God particle, or what's called the Higgs boson particle, in 2012, that maybe that was what the Mayans predicted of the whole world ending in 2012 thing. And them finding this God particle, which is like the particle that they think can create a whole universe. People think that maybe when they found this in 2012, that's what kind of started this whole end of the world thing. You know, maybe our world didn't literally end, but maybe our dimension just got all screwed up. Because if you really look into it and think about it, ever since 2012 is when things just in our world just really started going crazy. Like weather started getting insane and the Mandela Effect started happening. So it's just kind of crazy to think about. So trustworthy scientists, including Professor Stephen Hawking, have spoke out against this kind of research being done at CERN. In one of his last publications before he passed away, sadly, Hawking said, "The Higgs boson has worrisome potential. This could mean that the universe could undergo catastrophic vacuum decay, with a bubble of the true vacuum expanding at the speed of light. This could happen at any time, and we wouldn't see it coming." So it's pretty crazy to think that Stephen Hawking, which is like one of the smartest people to ever walk this earth, to ever be on this earth, sorry, you know, predicted this or thought this about what's going on at CERN. It's just, you know, it's hard to not believe him when he's been right about a lot of different things. Some European scientists at CERN have said it's possible that colliding these particles could produce timeline curves, which would allow a particle to travel backwards to a previous moment in its life cycle. So pretty much they're saying that all this stuff they're doing is pretty much giving us the resources we need to time travel, which is just crazy. Strangely enough, there's a man named John Titor who claimed to be a time traveler, which this is probably going to be my next video, is all about John Titor, so please stay tuned for that. It is one of the most interesting time traveler stories you will ever hear, so definitely subscribe if you haven't already. But he drew out a complete blueprint of the time machine that he supposedly used, and in this time machine he said that it was powered by these little mini black holes, which is possibly what they're creating at CERN. So just pretty crazy to think about. Something random is in 2016 there was this massive storm just above CERN, though. Like literally the thunderhead was right above where the Large Hadron Collider is underground, and it was having this there's pictures of it online. I'll try and insert right now. But yeah, it was just this crazy weather just happening right above the Large Hadron Collider. So yeah, that's about it for CERN. I was actually going to add in some other thing about this HARP facility and weather modification, but I think this video is already pretty long, so I will possibly make part 2 or make this video tomorrow, so stay tuned for that. But yeah, it's pretty crazy to think about that. I really hope the research going on there is, you know, really what they say it is, but you never know, and that's my only advice to everybody. I won't ever like push my thoughts or opinions on you guys, but my only thing I do ask you is just question everything and really research it on your own. So that's it for today, guys. I hope you enjoyed it. Subscribe with notifications on if you haven't already, and give me a thumbs up if you do want the part 2 of the rest of this whole weather manipulation stuff. It's pretty crazy, the stuff that has to do with the whole weather manipulation. So give me a thumbs up if you did enjoy this video, and until then, stay creative, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye.